guys, I'm back answering some more questions for you about my life and about things in general. If you missed part 1 of this Q&A, I will have it linked on the screen for you guys to check out. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And let's just get started. So I have a question here from Cat Shorty. She asks, when are you coming to visit me in London? I have another friend commenting. My friend is currently living in London at the moment. I would love to visit London. I've never been anywhere in the UK, and if I could save up some money, Shorty, I'd come and visit you. I don't have it at the moment, but maybe one day soon. Itchy nose. Sorry. I promise you I'm not picking my nose, it's just really itchy. Jillian asks, if all your makeup was stolen, what would be the first thing you would repurchase? Love your videos, Rachel. Thank you, Jillian. I think it would be probably some kind of lip product, or maybe some mascara and possibly concealer of some sort. I think the eCosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye coming to mind, the Sephora Outrageous Curl Mascara, and then maybe like a lip color of some sort. Maybe the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lolita. That way I've got something. Oh, and then I probably need a little bit of blush too. Something, one of the blushes, one of the Hourglass blushes maybe, and that way I've got a bit of colour on my face and I'm good. Oh, my brows, this is too hard. I'm not answering this question very well at all. Cindy asks, what is your favourite thing about being a YouTuber? I think it's definitely the people that I have met, whether it be other YouTubers, which I feel like are awesome, and I've become really good friends with these people, and I love being able to see them and catch up, even if it is only at like events and things. It's really nice to have people who understand your love of YouTube and all things YouTube and makeup and beauty and stuff like that. And then it's also being able to meet subscribers and the friends that I've made through other people watching my videos and knowing that we have shared common interests. It's just, the people definitely make this whole YouTube journey the best, and it's what's the best part of it for sure. Amy asks, if I didn't live in Sydney, where would I live? What is my favourite perfume, and where would you like to travel next? If I didn't live in Sydney, I think I would probably live overseas. I think within Australia, Sydney is sort of my place. I love it. I've travelled a little bit in Australia. Maybe there's a city that I haven't been to Perth. Maybe I would love Perth. I haven't been to Adelaide either, but for me, I like Sydney, and I feel like it kind of has the best bits of Queensland and like say the Gold Coast and Brisbane and Melbourne. It's a bit of an amalgamation of both, and I'm definitely a Sydney girl at heart. I don't have a 100% favourite perfume. I love the Jo Malone colognes. Any travel plans for 2016? Not at the moment. I wish I did, but I don't. Do you get lots of messages from guys on YouTube or Instagram or any other social media? Would you ever consider dating someone you met online? I don't know. I know that online dating is the way of the world. I don't think I would just start dating some random person who messaged me on YouTube. I think that would be a little odd. As for online dating, like through a dating service or something, I don't know. I'm not going to rule it out, but at this point in my life, I haven't tried it, and I'm not looking to try it. Let me know, do any of you guys online date? How does it work out? I'd love to hear your stories. I think they would make some awesome YouTube videos as well. This is a random question. Would you rather not tell the difference between a baby and a muffin, or every time you sneeze, your gender will change? You guys ask the tough questions. I think every time I sneeze, I would want my gender to change, because I wouldn't want to accidentally eat a baby. That's just wrong. But I actually think it would be kind of cool to be able to change genders. You could always just like sneeze twice, so you always like stayed at the same gender. Plus, if I ever needed to be a guy, like, you know how sometimes you just want to be a fly on a wall and see what guys talk about when there are no girls around? Just sneeze. It's the way to do it. What is your favorite drugstore makeup item? I don't have one specifically, but I think mascara overall. I think drugstore mascaras are amazing and definitely just as good, if not sometimes better than high-end ones. What is your biggest turn-off when it comes to meeting new people? That's an interesting question. I think that it's not so much a turn-off, but a hindrance to me meeting new people is that I am generally shy, and I have this perception that everybody else in the world is pretty much cooler than me, and if they don't talk to me first, that must mean that they don't want to talk to me. And I know that's not 100% true, and I know that that's probably just, that's all in my head, but I think if another person is shy and I'm shy, then we probably won't get to chat because I probably won't be the person who makes the first move. Chuchi asks, if you could go back to uni and study for another career, what would you choose? I think I would actually go back and maybe study like coding, computer coding. I think that's something that intrigues me. I've always been interested in computers and I'm not a whiz by any means, but I feel like I could pick that up. And I think that in terms of future-proofing your career, being able to like build a website or build an app or build a program or fix computers, things like that, is probably a really good like life skill to have, because I feel like that is something that we're going to continue to need, at least for my lifetime. So yeah, I'm intrigued by computer coding. When I was younger, I actually wanted to be an architect for a little bit. Then I worked in an architecture firm, wouldn't do that. And then I was also like interested in criminology, but I can't really see myself being a police officer. So I don't know, I think I just really liked like crime shows on television. Okay, we have some more questions about vlogging. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? I had just been watching a lot of videos and I had kind of wanted to be a part of the community myself. And then I think it was Blair Fowler had made a video, had mentioned in a video talking about not being able to curl with a flat iron, and she was going to learn how to do it and then make a video. And at that point I was like, I know how to curl with a flat iron. I've been doing it for years and years and years. I'm going to make a video about how to curl your hair with a straightener, and that is what I did. Favorite YouTuber? I don't have one specific YouTuber that's my all-time favorite. I have beauty favorites, and then I also have just like comedic favorites and lifestyle vloggers and just random people that I watch. It kind of chops and changes depending on what mood I'm in. Netflix picks. I've only just started getting into Netflix. If you have Netflix, I definitely would recommend the Chris D'Elia Incorrigible like comedy special thing. It's like an hour and a half. He is hilarious. I watched that over and over. I also recently watched Blue Mountain State, which I think is more of a guy's show, but I randomly fell into it. It's kind of more adult shows, a lot of like adult themes, so not for young children, that's for sure. But I started watching it and then I managed to somehow watch all 3 seasons. So obviously I found it interesting as well. If you're a girl and looking for a show that you can watch with your like boyfriend or partner, and you usually don't like the same things, maybe try it. It's pretty funny. I also, if you watched my Vlogmas, you know that I fell in love with Jane the Virgin. Loved that show and I can't wait for the 2nd season to be on Netflix. And yeah, other than that, I just watch a lot of, Making a Murderer. How could I forget? I got sucked into watching Making a Murderer. It was the most frustrating 10 hours of my life. I really enjoyed it, but at the same time, it was just, it breaks my heart. I could go on and on about my frustrations with Making a Murderer. If you have watched it, let me know. Let me know your feelings. You can vent to me. I won't mind, because I know how like you have so many questions and you just want to talk to people about it. But yes, I would recommend it. Aussie Asian Beauty asks, is your YouTube money enough for you to move out of home? YouTube money for me isn't even enough to live on. I have a full-time job. That is my life income, my real money, the money that I use to pay for my bills and my expenses and to live life and to put into savings and to hopefully one day move out of home with. YouTube money basically just for me covers the cost of making YouTube videos at this point. Do you get recognized much from your YouTube channel out in public? I actually get randomly recognized. Just the other day I was having a prescription filled and the girl who was serving me just said, hey, I watch your videos. I think her name was Bianca, so Bianca, if you're watching, hi. Yeah, so it randomly happens. I'm not getting stalked down the street or anything like that, but I do get the odd person who comes up and says hi. And if you do see me out and about, feel free to come say hello. I promise you I am a nice person and I will be happy to chat to you. Would you rather have no eyebrows or no eyelashes? Oh my goodness, why are you asking me such horrible questions? My initial thought was to say no eyebrows because then you could draw them in, but then I think you could wear fake eyelashes, and fake eyelashes probably look more real than completely drawn on eyebrows, so maybe no eyelashes. To be honest, I want them all. Don't make me lose them. If if you could pick a place to be right now, where would it be? I would say somewhere cool, because right now it's really hot. I'm kind of actually sweating a bit, which is gross, probably TMI, but yeah, somewhere where it's nice and cool, or in the pool, because that would be lovely. What is the top #1 negative comment you've received as a YouTuber that really hurt you, and how did you deal with it? Did it affect you in any way? I don't have one specific comment that stands out in my mind, but comments definitely do affect me, and they affect me more than they probably should. So many people say you're a YouTuber, you should have tough skin, you put yourself out on the internet, like you're asking for this basically, which I don't agree with personally. That's just my opinion. But any comments that usually attack me as a person, like my personality, my integrity, things like that, they are the ones that stick with me, or things about my work ethic, or whatever it is. They are the ones that hurt, and they can certainly put a damper on your life. In terms of how they affect me, I may think about them all day, it may put me in a bad mood, it may stop me from wanting to film, like especially if I read a bad comment, or I've put a video up and the next day I'm gonna film, and I go through my comments in the morning and I've got like even just one negative comment, it can really like play mind games with you, and it makes me think, oh well, I don't want to film now, like what's the point of me doing this? This person doesn't like me. And I know that you can't please everyone. I know that a lot of the times people are just writing things for the sake of being mean. Maybe they're having a bad day themselves and they're lashing out, or whatever it is, they feel like that they can get away with saying hurtful things to other people. But I guess all that you can do is try and just put it out of your mind. And I mean, eventually I forget about them. Like I said, I can't think of one specific one to tell you, but they certainly do affect you. And don't feel bad if you are affected by comments, particularly if you're new, because it is tough, and we are humans and we have feelings. We're not robots, and things definitely do affect me, and I wish they didn't. I wish that I didn't care what other people think, but I do. I guess that's something that you've got to work on within yourself, to try and not let that bother you, and to try and make sure that you really take in as many positive comments that you can, because I do get a lot more positive comments than I do negative ones, but I feel like it takes more positive comments, a lot more positive comments, to outweigh one negative comment. Micro84 asks, what is my favorite book of all time? Like the movie, I cannot pick just one favorite book of all time. There are so many that I love. Do you like raisins? I actually had to look up what raisins were, because I was like, I know they're like a dried fruit, but what's dried to make raisins? And it turns out it's grapes. Like sultanas, like currants as well, they're all just different types of grapes dried. I like sultanas. I don't know whether I've specifically had a raisin before, but I'm guessing that since I like sultanas, I'll probably like raisins. I'm sure none of you ever really bar this person wanted to know whether I liked raisins or not, but now you have that helpful information. Tara asks, do you have any tips for saving? I think that, again, it's not something that I'm an expert at, but the best thing that you can do is work out a portion of your wage, a percentage that you can put away every time you get paid, and just do it, and then don't touch it. And you have to be realistic about that portion. Don't say, I'm going to put away 75% of my pay when you've got bills and things to pay for, because that's just never going to happen. Whether it's 40%, 50%, 25%, work out something that's realistic based on, once you've paid all your bills, what money you have left over, and put that away in savings. Maybe set up an automatic transfer. I do that, so I get paid fortnightly, and I have an automatic transfer that pays my bills on the day that I get paid, and that takes a certain amount of money and puts it in my savings account. So that way, when I look in my bank account, the money that's left there is money that I can use to spend, or if I don't need to spend it for food or just like day-to-day stuff, I can then transfer that into my savings as well. But I just know that the only money that I see is money that I can actually touch. All the other money has been moved out, so I never really see exactly, like I know exactly how much I get paid, but I never really like see it in my account, if that makes sense. Work it out based on your own situation. If you're in high school, you can probably put away 50% of what you make, because you probably don't have a ton of expenses. But if you're older, or if you have a mortgage or things like that, then obviously you have to take that into account. That is my best tip. I'm not a great saver, but I'm working on being better at it. Lisa asks, what would be your dream job, the big, hairy, audacious goal? I don't know exactly what it looks like, but for me, I think it would be cool to be able to work for myself, whether that be through YouTube, or whether it be through having like an online store, or I don't know, building websites for people or doing something that I am in charge of and that I can set my own timetable for and can choose to like push it in whichever path I decide. I think sorry, I think I'm talking so much that I'm losing my voice. I think that would be really cool and something that I aspire to. When that'll happen or if that'll happen, I don't know, but that I think is a dream job for me. Crowned Lily asks, when you move out, would you rather live alone or have roommates? This is a tough one because I'm kind of half and half. I like my own space, I like doing things my own way, so I think living by myself would be cool. It would be a fun experience, at least for a little while, just to see what it's like and being independent and having to do everything for myself. But at the same time, I think it would be cool to have roommates, so you've got someone to talk to and sometimes just not to feel lonely and have people to, I don't know, be around even when you're not doing anything. I think knowing me, I would probably move out on my own, but I also think that having roommates would be cool. Another question, you may be too young and your followers too, but top foundations for aging skin, the 50+ crowd. You're right, I'm probably not the best person to give recommendations. I'd be scared that they wouldn't be 100% correct because I don't do makeup on older skin generally. I sometimes help my mum out, but that's about it. I think I would suggest checking out Jodie from Guru Beauty. She is a little bit older, she's not 50+, but she has some fantastic foundation recommendations and she really knows her stuff when it comes to skin and products and things, so I would recommend checking out her channel for some foundations for older skin. If I could be any YouTuber, who would I want to be? I think maybe, I don't know, PewDiePie. He's got the most subscribers on YouTube. That could be fun. Or maybe Zoella. She seems to have a pretty cool life and has had some pretty awesome opportunities from YouTube, so maybe it would be fun to be her for a day. Or even just, I don't know, a travel vlogger. I think that would be cool to be able to just travel around the world and make videos and get paid for it. That would be pretty awesome. Actually, like a travel fashion vlogger, somebody, I don't have one particular in mind, but somebody who like travels around the world and goes to different fashion shows and gets to wear cool clothes and makes videos about it. That sounds like a pretty awesome person to be. And last question I think for this video is, how do you feel about your new hair? Is there a special man in your life? Would you ever consider online dating? Can you please do a closet tour? So that was a few things. First thing, yes, I have new hair. If you guys can see, usually you can't see the end of it, but it ends right there, which is a lot shorter for me considering like I used to be able to sort of pull it around here and touch my belly button. I got it cut the other day. I am loving it shorter. I also got the ends kind of lightened. Got like little bits of lighter color added to sort of the end bits and underneath. You can see like a lighter streak. My roots are still my hair color. I didn't have my whole color changed. I just had like little pieces lightened so it can just kind of grow out. I go to the hairdresser once a year max, so this will be like my one cut for the year, and I probably won't go back again unless I suddenly get the urge to do it. But I am really loving it. It's gotten a little bit lighter since I got it done, which I'm actually quite liking, and I've got a lot of compliments on it, so thank you very much to those people. I'm glad that you like my hair and I'm enjoying it too. It's something a little bit different for me. Do I have a special man in my life? I'm guessing you mean like have a boyfriend or a partner. No, I don't at this point in time. I have a special man as in I have a little nephew who is, I think, about 19, 20 months old, and he is adorable and he's very special, but I'm assuming you're meaning like a boyfriend, and no, I don't. I answered the online dating thing before. Can I please do a closet tour? My closet is not particularly like amazingly organized. I've seen closet tours and everybody's got their like billion clothes and all these shoes done up and it's all like pretty and color coded and stuff like that. I don't have that. If you really want to see like my closet, it's kind of boring, I can probably do that for you. But at this point I don't have any plans unless I get a lot of requests for it. So I've answered a lot of questions. I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna go. I think I got through most of them. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. Definitely leave me another one. I'll try and answer it in the next Q&A. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know, and let me know if you'd like to see more Q&A videos in the future. Other than that, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are all having a great day. My name is Rachel and I'll see you all next time. Bye. So many questions. I don't even know if that was interesting. I hope they were interesting videos. Yeah, now I've got to edit them all.